It was a quiet Friday afternoon and I had no plan, so I decided to take a bike ride since the weather was pretty nice. This is the first time I've actually tried riding and filming at the same time, and I have a new gimbal which I'm not too secure with using, so instead I just decided to hold the camera in my hand and see how I got along. There's a bird sanctuary on the south side of Salo, and so I decided to go ahead and take my bike ride here. This is actually the very first place I went for a bike ride when I moved to Salo. It's actually a pretty quiet place, as you would expect, because it is a bird sanctuary. I always feel a little bit funny when I'm riding my bike here because there are bird watchers that are out, and I'm always kind of worried that I'm going to disturb them or disturb the birds and they'll fly away and people will be annoyed with me. So I try to be as quiet as possible and, be respectful of the area. On this side, there's a bit of a lake, and then on the other side, I'm not sure what I would call it, but it's kind of like, it's like a inlet that opens up into the Baltic Sea. Again, that's the lake on that side. And this is what I call the inlet. That might actually be the Halikko River that is emptying out into the sea right there. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's like those reeds or kind of almost like a little man-made island you can't really see. But on the other side, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see those little dots there in the water, those are birds. I don't know if they're I don't know if they are migrating and just having a little rest stop. There are birds throughout the year in Finland, which kind of surprises me that there are actually some, not that many birds in winter, but I think they use this area as a kind of a stop-off point on their way further south once the weather starts getting cooler. As I'm always trying to kind of stay away from the bird watchers, I was kind of like trying to find a path where things were a little bit quieter, and now I'm riding up next to the lake over on my left, and for whatever reason the birds don't come to the lake, so the bird watchers don't come here. So this is kind of a nice quiet place where I can go. I'm just going to park up here, sit on the bench, and just kind of enjoy the peaceful nature. Even though there aren't bird watchers, you will get walkers. People come out with their kind of Nordic sticks and do their Nordic walking along here. So I did have a few people passing by me. There's the lake, and like on the other side is Salo city center. It's about 5 kilometers away. Further along this path, I came upon this, I don't know what you call it, I'll call it like an outhouse, a viewing post. It's a little bit, I guess shabby, but rickety is the word I'm looking for. And I was a bit worried about trying to cross it because I thought, I'm a bit heavy. I don't know how much weight this can take. But I gathered my courage and made it in. If you look through these little holes, you just basically see the reeds. So I'm not quite sure if maybe at other times of the year it's not so busy, or do the birds come in and maybe build nests or do other things, but you know, there were no birds to be seen this time. So today I was kind of doing a mix of riding and walking. I had a double knee replacement last summer, and since that happened, I haven't been exercising much and not walking, and I've put on a lot of weight. So now I want to start walking and exercising a bit more so I can get back into shape. So that was kind of what I was doing today. I'd park the bike, do a little bit of a walk and a ride, so that it's sort of a bit of a mixture of different types of movement. Well, thanks for joining me today on this visit to the nature reserve.